It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. What's going on, Herbie? How you doing? It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. I didn't do that very well, but here we are. It's a good Friday. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing alright so far. I'm doing great. A lot of caffeine already, huh? No. There we go. Catzilla, how you doing, friend? Welcome to the show. Let's start the show. Good afternoon, Vietnam. I am your host of the show, Live Tarot and Lobster. I'm Lobster. We've got some live tarot going on here. We got Friday. It's a good Friday reading going on. We don't have the cards dealt out yet, and that's fine. We'll do it. We'll get that. We'll get them dealt out. It's not gonna be a big deal. We're gonna use the Tarot of the Moon deck, the deck that we thought was missing a card. I swear, if we deal these cards out and we're missing a card again, we might just have to retire the deck, and we'll have to. We'll go. I don't know. We won't be using the Game of Thrones deck just yet. I believe yesterday I doomed everybody to quite the harrowing reading yesterday for a deck that wasn't quite tested out. I gave like one little 3-card reading prior to it, and it was a good reading, but like some decks you just have to get used to, you know? Some decks, like the Beetlejuice deck that I have here, like that connected quickly, and it's fine. Another deck that I'm trying to connect to quickly are the Magical Times cards. Magical Times cards. Sent to me from Captain, obviously, and from Family Heirloom, if you will. And I don't usually do these kinds of cards. They're like empowerment cards. Is that what they're called? Empowerment cards. I think I saw the word, and like in my head, I said the word that I mysteriously saw. There are a lot of magicians out there, by the way, a lot of thought magicians out there that operate their little trickeries based on that, based on those principles of you see the word, but you don't know that you read the word. Like it's not even in your head, right? But like if you see the word and it's in your head and you're trying to recall it and then boom, it happens. Like, you know, like it's just because you saw the word prior to that. It's a lot of fun. A lot of magicians thought magic is just distractions from reality to the fact that you probably saw the word beforehand and your memory, you know what it does is it speaks to the fact that you have like a higher concept of memory still available. You know, you can still tap into the short-term memory. It's good. Anyhow, let's get into the actual discussion of tarot and not neurosciences and pop science and absolute buffoonery science from your host, Lobster. Here we go. We're gonna cut to a card. We're gonna read the card. We're gonna take it as inspiration for the day, and then we'll deal out 6 piles from the Secret Moon Tarot deck, and we'll draw upon that inspiration. We'll leave the inspirations to themselves. We'll enjoy the inspiration of this, and then we'll do a reading with the Moon Tarot. So here we just cut to a card, thinking about being empowered, thinking about inspiration, thinking about needing a little bit of pick-me-up, a little bit of a, hey, you're doing okay, hey, go get them. Let's see what our card for today is. We've got clarity. Clarity. Let's read what Clarity has to say. Clarity, banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. Oh, I like that. Clarity. The Clarity card. I like that. Alright. That's from the Magical Times Empowerment cards. Thank you very much, Captain, obviously. She sent these to me as along with a couple other decks, you know, the Game of Thrones deck and the NATO Tarot deck. And so I think we're gonna try and use the Magical Times cards a little more often, or you know, more than once, twice, 3 times, lady. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's see if these are magically attuned to being tarot cards again. Remember the last time we tried to use this deck, it didn't want me to use it. I wasn't allowed to use it. It said, look, you're going to be missing a card, and you're just not allowed to use it. So now I'm going to see if we're allowed to use it. Let's check. Let's see if we can use this. So, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're here for the very first time, I get it. I totally understand where you're like, what the is going on? Why am I getting yelled at by some guy with the name of Herbie Von about being nice? Why, like, what's going on here? Are there people that actually know this guy? Is there a paranoid goat around here? What the hell is going on in this show here? And I'm going to tell you, this is how we tap into the cards. I'm not going to lie. I've been doing this stuff for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Who knows how long? I suppose we can figure out how long. I've been doing this stuff for a while. And Herbie here can attest that these cards tell the truth. These cards really do. They tell the truth. They get you. They tell the right story for the right person at the right time. You know, like even you know, you're tuning in. You're like, all right, let's see what this person has to say with some cards. You know, I follow some other tarot readers on here, and every once in a while, more than once in a while, at least once or twice a week, I'll be honest with you, I'll tap into a tarot reading from one of my tarot readers, and I'm like, I needed that. That was nice. How did they know? They don't know. They're just moving cards around. They don't know. We're just moving cards around. We're telling stories based on the order of cards that happen or don't happen. Like what's going to happen here? We are going to deal out 78 cards into 6 piles of 13 cards each. I don't know how random all of this is. Like, I always think about what the science of washing cards is. You know, like tarot washing and such. Maybe not necessarily. Maybe it's a little more of a efficiently randomized thing in like casinos or whatnot. If you need to wash a deck, I don't think they even wash decks. I think they just get to the new ones. And yo, these hands, they're good, strong hands. All right, we're a little off, and I think that's my fault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, let's count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is silly. The disappearing cards. I had them at 78 the last time I checked, Herbie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're looking for 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Could be here. If it's not, then we're going to retire this deck and I'll have to research it. And welcome to Friday. Welcome to Friday. This is what happened last Friday when I tried to use this deck, by the way. And we had to switch to a new deck. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't like the prospects of what's going on here, folks. I don't know how I got to 78 the last time I checked. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. So, we're just going to cut. I'm going to take the top card and we're going to put that there. Alright, folks, we got 14. And now we got 13 in all of my piles here. Got them all dealt out. We're good. We're fine. Let's make sure we got the dice here. We are well on our way. Well on our way. I think sometimes you just need to be, mocked a little bit by the cards. I think the cards they just need to mock you a little bit. Teach you a little bit of a lesson. Like, oh, you think you're prepared? Mm-hmm. You think you're prepared? Alright, folks, let's get to it. Let's get to it. We'll roll the 6-sided die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We roll a 3. Here's a 3. Take this pile, these piles here. And we'll put them over here. Alright. There's 3. We'll roll a 10-sided die to see which one we start with. And we rolled a 4. Let's start with card number 4. And we're seeing what the cards have to say to us about the weekend ahead of us. Are we going to be 1, 2, 3, there's 4. Are we going to be financially stable enough to be able to do things? Are we going to be mentally stable enough to be able to do things? Are we going to be emotionally stable enough to be able to do things? Are we going to be mentally stable enough to do things? We've got spiritual, emotional, financial, mental. What's our current situation? The Tower, reversed. We're fixing disasters. With the end of a week, everything's going wrong. It's finally the chaos it's all around you. Chaos is happening. It's the end of a hard week. Finally, you might be like it's a reverse tower, so you're not like you're at the top. The tower's already toppled over, basically. Alright, a reverse tower means like the tower's already down. It's not falling, it's already down. In fact, you might even be rebuilding it a little bit. You might even be looking at like some of the structures that are still standing up after the falling of the tower, after this wholly complex thing that was constructed and was utilized throughout the week, and now it's just torn apart down around you, and it's like, nah, man, it's just nothing but remnants of humanity, nothing but remnants of purpose, nothing but, remnants of even more remnants, like, oh my God, you're out of it though, you're gone, you're just waiting. You're like, no, you know what, I don't even need to be a part of the cleanup crew, I just survived the falling of the tower. That's where we're at. Are we part of the cleanup crew? Or did we survive? Let's see what's crossing us a little bit. We're in a land where everything is like really trying to recover from a whole lot of chaos right now. Are we still in it? Are we part of the cleanup crew? Are we part of the recovery crew? Are we part of the search and rescue crew? Are we being found? I think we're found. Let's look. Ten of Swords. Ruin. Doesn't it seem like there's some things that are just kind of like, you gotta walk away. Something fell apart this week, you gotta walk away. There's no saving it, it's fine. Some things just happen. Some things, something broke and there's no fixing it. You gotta walk away. This isn't the absence of hope. This is, hope is elsewhere. That's all. This isn't doom and despair. This is, hope is elsewhere. Get out of here. You don't belong here. You stay in the chaos, you stay in the nightmare, you stay in the ruin. There's no reason to be here. Get out. Get out while you still can. Cards are trying to help us here. They're saying there's a better way and a better reason and a better where. Go find it. Let's see what our underlying drive is. Let's see maybe where our compass is going to start pointing us once we get out of the whole electromagnetic fluctuation goofiness of all the whatever is going on around you. Doesn't it feel like a whole solar flare is right on top of you when everything's going wrong? Let's step out of the spotlight of doom. Let's see where our compass starts to point us. A reverse Knight of Pentacles. We were a little, we gotta be a little tight with our finances right now. Probably can't go anywhere too much. Can't go too many places right now. Not that you're broke, but you can't throw money around willy-nilly at some ideas. Reverse Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles says it's like I got money burning in my pocket. You know what? Let's make sure. Hold on. I think I'm thinking of Page of Pentacles here. Hold on. Let's look up the Knight of Pentacles and then we'll see what the reversed is for him. Pentacles. Oh, Pentacles. Pentacles. Here we go. Pentacles. There's a time to be stubborn and trustworthy in order to achieve monetary success. Okay. Concentrate on the physical aspects of the situation. Being physical, goal-oriented, and competent can enable you to carry out your object with steadfastness and endurance. Get out of the way. You're in the way. There's not much you can do. There's not much you can offer. There's a huge cleanup effort going on around you. There's not much you can offer. Get out of the way. You're trying, you're giving your best, and that's fine, but you got to get out of the way. You got to realize that there are other people that can do the job better than you. That's what this is. You just got to realize that you're not going to be able to do enough. There's a whole lot going on around that you're just not going to be able to do enough to help with. Get out of the way. Let's go figure something else out. Let's go find another plan. Let's go. Everybody hurts sometimes. So hold on. Alright, let's go. What happened? Let's see what the past offers us. Let's see what the Captain, they just walked us into a huge disaster. Captain, let me give you my cards. Let me give you the cards, Captain, real quick. I don't know if you saw the cards. We started off with Tower, reversed. We're at the end of a disaster. The chaos is sort of residing. Crossed by 10 of Swords, ruin. No hope to be found here. Get out of here. Here, there be dragons. Underlying card is the Knight of Pentacles. We just don't have much to offer right now. You don't need to be here. You gotta go figure out something else to do. So there we go. There we are, Captain. Got you caught up. Here we are. Let's see what the past has for this situation. Reversed Ace of Swords. We got some bad ideas running around. Someone had a good idea and it turned around on them. Someone flipped everything around and we started following some good idea and it got flipped around. This is what happens when you focus in on one idea, on one goal. When you're focusing on one thing and it turns and it cuts you. This is what happens. This is what happens when you focus in. Captain, how'd it go last night, by the way? How'd it go? I told everyone the tarot reading that I gave you sent you back to work. And I feel bad about that. I didn't mean for you to have to go back to work. No one should ever have to work. So we're watching now. We're not trying not to focus on bad ideas anymore. Boy, we are reversed all over the place here. 5 of Swords is an aspiration here. Something to look forward to. A reversed 5 of Swords, by the way. If I remember correctly, 5 of Swords is not good. So reverse defeat. 5 of Swords says you gotta walk away. You gotta get out of here. In reverse, it's getting better, folks, I promise you. In reverse, the 5 of Swords says go lick your wounds, champ. The bell rings, it's the end of round, however many rounds it's been. And you're in the corner. You got your guy back there, he's all spritzing you down with water. How you doing, champ? How you doing? You're getting your butt kicked, aren't you? This is round 6 of Rocky 4. You are just getting hammered. Boom. You're down. Boom. You're down. You're still getting up though, aren't you? Boy, you're in the corner right now, aren't you? Boom. It's not about how hard you get, it's about getting up. It's about getting up. And so you keep getting up. And you keep getting hit in the face, get out of there. It's been a hell of a week. But you keep getting up, you didn't get beat, you're walking away. This isn't a defeat, this is regrouping. This is like taking a minute. Nah, man, the bell rang. They give you 30 seconds. You're fine. This is your 30 seconds. You know, like you're in the bathroom. Like this is a B Rabbit's moment. Like you're really practicing your, your moves. You're really gonna take down. What is it, Hawkeye? It's not Hawkeye. You're gonna take what the hell? Falcon? Falcon? What the hell? Anthony? You're gonna take down. You're gonna take him down. You know that. Maybe not now. Maybe not now. You've definitely been getting your ass kicked though, so it's time to take a minute. Use the weekend to be a better person for a minute. What's going on, Carrie?
Exactly.
Let's see what the future holds. Fool, reversed. It's quite the end of an adventure, isn't it? We don't want to be anywhere. We don't want to do anything new. We've learned our lessons. They say that, this is all about character development. I'm done being a character. Stop writing books. I don't want to be in them anymore. Okay? This doesn't need to happen anymore. I'm done. Reverse fool says, no, you know what? I'm done with faith and I'm done with the naivete. I know enough. It hurts. Now I gotta go find a leaf. Like this is after you eat from the tree of knowledge and boom, now you find out you're naked. Like, oh crap, now I gotta go deal with that. That's what the reverse fool is like. Now you found out you're naked, now you gotta deal with that. I like that. That's a good way of looking at the reverse fool. Thank you very much. That's a good Friday gift for you. Here we go. Leading to card number 7. You, as you see you in this situation. We're walking away from the chaos. It's not our fault. Someone else's fault. Someone else's ideas. The only fault that we have is wherever we stay. 7. The Wheel of Fortune. We are definitely our own, what's the term that I like to say, we are our own free will, arbiters of free will. Like we do whatever we want. We can be wherever we want. We can, for whatever the circumstances offer you, obviously. I can't just be the President of the United States. I can't just be an astronaut. I can hold my breath, though, and then pretend I'm an astronaut, or pretend I'm the president. That doesn't mean I'm going to go into outer space, or be the president. I have a lot of jokes, and you can tell I have a lot of jokes that are running around in my head that I can't. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for jokes. With the Wheel of Fortune, that's who we are. We are undefined. But we're heading towards the right way. Because another way of looking at the Wheel of Fortune is if you follow the wheel, then your actions go before you, and then the results of you come out from under the wheel. Like your actions go before. I don't know. I like the wheel. Our actions go before you. With the Wheel of Fortune.
I look by vowel.
Like what vowel? Like an O? Let's see the card. Let's see card number 8. The environment for the situation. Is this at home? Are we at work? Did your best friend just come home from lunch and mock your Wheel of Fortune card? I don't know. Let's see. The Knight of Swords. I think he did, actually. I think we have the Knight of Swords sitting before us. Carry deeds. I'm kidding. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Typically, when the royalty shows up, it indicates It might be an actual individual. So, it's just, you're not the Knight of Swords, Carrie, I promise. Let's look at who this individual might be. Who are we quarreling with, sir? Now is the time to respond. The Knight of Swords indicates a bit of movement, a lot of movement expressed as the interplay of all kinds of ideas and people with new ideas. Words will have to be exchanged, but it is possible to forcefully express oneself without an argument. Be careful of being sarcastic or using cutting words that will provoke future conflict. Hi, Carrie, how are you?
Ouch.
Basically, walk away from the situation. You don't have to add any more to the situation than you want to, because like you know too much. You know you can use the words, you can use names and situation. We're walking away. All right, we don't need to be a part of it any more of the problem than we really have been all week. All right, we wash our hands of it, and you know, like we might. Maybe we might say like a parting word or two because we're assholes and that's what we want to do and that makes us feel happy. But you got to realize it's going to come back and it's going to kick you in the ass because they're going to have an opportunity. You know, through the grace of, I think it's the Geneva Convention where they're going to have an opportunity to call you an asshole too. And it's like, how many assholes do you really need out in this world? You know, maybe more than one? I don't know. That's a weird creature. It's a weird creature. I only have one asshole. That's all I need. Alright, let's get back to the tarot reading. Thus ends my biology show, and we will now get back to the previously prescribed taroting. Goals and futures. Goals and fears in the situation now. We've already made it out of the tower. We've already walked away from the destruction. We've already realized it's not our fault. Maybe it could be a little bit of our fault, though, with the Knight of Swords here. We're just going to make sure that we're walking away. We've got the world reversed. Boy, doesn't it feel like we had the whole world. Doesn't it feel like we had the whole world? This one... I haven't posted the last two readings. I'm going to post this one. This is a brutal reading. Someone is getting their ass kicked today, and I hope the last card's a good card. I do. I really hope it is, because we've gotten through almost all the bad ones. Okay. Alright, if I gave someone this reading, I definitely would give them half off, okay? If I've doomed you at the end of this reading, I apologize to no one. That's what the cards want. Alright? We walked away from a situation. The Knight of Pentacles says you don't have much to offer. You know, like, I'm just telling you, like, this is a good reading. This is a good, like, go lick your wounds, and maybe you're the problem. Okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe it is you and not me. I don't know.
Straighten up!
You know?
Walk the line!
Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the final conclusion for this reading is. Is it you, or is it me? Three of Pentacles.
Oh.
Reversed. I hate reverses. I hate reverses, Captain. She's here watching too, and I hate that.
God.
And the Three of Pentacles reversed. Let's look up the Three of Pentacles.
You don't want him.
It's supposed to be like a partnership, I think, and this is the end of a partnership. We definitely got into a fight. Someone got into a fight, and there's some words were had, and maybe, I don't know.
Never date a woman who disrespects your wife.
Exactly. Never. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Three of Pentacles. Let's look it up. Though obstacles says work. Yeah, it's work. It's at work. Man. Though obstacles may stand in the way, look forward to achieving a distant goal. Yeah, but reversed, we definitely are probably looking for a new job. is where we're at. I think it feels like we might be looking for a new job. So whatever happened, like I know it's not your fault, but you're gonna get blamed for it. You did follow an idea or two, the Ace of Swords. I mean, we all follow bad ideas, so I don't know. I feel like someone's looking for a new job. Don't worry. The upside down fool, the end of a job, the end of an era, the end of an adventure. Oh, I apologize to no one, but half off. Half off. So, you know what? I feel like this hug is going to be worth it. Let's hug it in. Let's hug it in. I'm going to take a picture of this one and we're going to doom someone to a new job. And you know what? Good. Get out of there. You don't need to be there. You broke everything anyway.
Show me the money.
You know what I mean? Screw this place. I'm out of here. I'm taking my goldfish. I've got Cuba Gooding Jr. on the line. It's fine. I don't need this place. I'm out. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do, which is
freak out. Let's hug it in. Got an arm here. Got an arm here. Remember on the count, we're gonna count it down. 3, 2, after the 1. 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. There it is. Just do a little hug right there. Think of all the Tom Cruise characters that you can think of. Where you're like, you got Jerry, you got Pete, you got the Color of Money character, you got the War of the Worlds character, you got that one character from that one. What was the
Cole Trickle?
Cole Trickle from Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah.
You've got the character from Born on the 4th of July. He's not really a character, he's a real person, actually. You've got, Interview with the Vampire. You've got Legend Tom. All the Tom characters. You've got Oprah Tom. You've got Scientology Tom. I hope, it's good Toms. Good Toms to be had by all. And, it's like, alright, so hug it in. Alright. Alright, folks, take care of yourselves and each other, or at the very least, let's take some pictures. Was that creepy? That was creepy.
I feel the need.